Hi, welcome back to Maths Year 8. Hello to everyone, and thanks for all that beautiful work you sent me on this here, on booklet 5 for revision. So let's quickly go through the answers. Multiple of 6, numbers in the 6 times table, 6, 18 and 60, numbers in the 6 times tables. Factors of 9s, numbers that divide into 9. Square numbers, I can just see 1 and 9 that are square numbers. 1 times 1, 3 times 3. Your prime numbers, 2, 3, 5 and 19. The smallest prime number is 2. Remember, 1 is not prime. Factors of 20, numbers that divide into 20. These are all your factors of 20. Okay, the biggest number that goes into 14 and 10 will be 2. That's your highest common factor. Your lowest common multiple of 5 and 4 is 20. And write 30 as its prime factors. I think we did that last lesson, in fact. 5 times 6, 2 times 3. So the answer is 2 times 3 times 5. Okay, well done. Lots of lovely work on that. Right, today we are going to look at the work on fractions, decimals and percentages. This is one of the booklets that you were doing. Can't remember which booklet it is, but I know there's lots of questions on this in the test on Thursday. So let's just remind ourselves some key things. Simplify. That just means divide top and bottom by the same number. What can I divide both of these by? I can divide by 2. So divide top and bottom by 2. That's what simplify means. I cannot simplify anymore. Change to a decimal, 3/10. 3 divided by 10, 3/10. Remember, units, tenths, 3/10. Change to a decimal, divide 14 by 100. So I'll have 0.14. Remember, when you're dividing by 100, you move the decimal place twice to make it smaller. Okay. Which of these is the smallest? Now, 4/10 I know is 0.4. Now, to work this out, I'm going to write them underneath each other. That's the best way to work out which is smallest. And I'm putting zeros where I haven't got any numbers. And I can see 400 is the smallest. So 0.4 is my smallest. Then it would be, this is the next smallest, and then 0.42 is the biggest, because look, 420 is bigger than 414. Okay, find the equivalent fraction. So this is like the opposite of simplifying. Okay, so what do I times 5 by to get to 20? I times by 4, so I times the top by 4. Now, I've gone through that quickly, okay? You can have a chance to go back, write that all down, the things that you know you need to revise. Okay, so well done on that. You can pause the video and write all those information down. Right, what else is there on fractions, decimals and percentages? Well, you will have things like this where you need to say, well, what is the fraction pointing to? What's the arrow pointing to? What fraction? So if I look at how many spaces I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces. And I'm pointing to 1, 2, 3, the 4th space. So this fraction is 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 6. Okay. What fraction is pointing here? Well, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces all together, and I'm pointing to the first section, so a quarter. Okay, you have a go at this one. Pause the video. I'm hoping you remember how to do this. I think when I was teaching this, some of you did really struggle between the spaces and counting the lines. It's the spaces you're looking at. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 8 spaces, and I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 5th space. So 5/8. Okay, putting numbers in order. Right, so this is similar to the last one I did on comparing decimals. Let's write them down underneath each other, and let's put circles, zeros, where there's no numbers. Now the decimal place is underneath each other. So which of these is the smallest? Well, I can see this is the smallest, 7,012. Then this is the next smallest, 7,240, and this is the biggest, 7,500. So from smallest to biggest, there's my answers. The key is writing it underneath each other and putting zeros where you've got no numbers. So have a go at this one, question 10. Do it the same way that I did. Pause the video and I'll go through the answer. Okay, so let's write these numbers underneath each other. 0.8, 0.88, 0.808. Put noughts where there's gaps. Okay, which is the smallest? This is the smallest, 800. So write that first. The next smallest, 808, 0.808. And the biggest, 880, 0.88. So smallest to biggest, there's my answer. Okay, done lots of work there on fractions, okay. I'm also going to do a little bit of work on algebra, okay, you've recently done algebra with me, so this shouldn't be too difficult. So simplify, collect your x's and your y's. I've got 7x and I've got 2y minus y plus 1y. Simplify, what do I do to the powers? I add the powers. Simplify, multiply the 2 and the 5, then add the powers. Y squared. Y times y, remember, is y squared. Simplify, collect your like terms. I've got 5a and just plus 5. I can't put the 5 with the 5a, they are unlike terms. Expand, 5 times x, 5x, 5 times 2, minus 10. Expand, 2y times y, 2y squared. 2y times 3, 6y. Expand, 5y times 3y, 15m squared. 5m times m squared, minus 5, add the powers, m cubed. 1 plus 2 is 3. Right, a lot of work I went through quickly there. Anything, because it is a lot of revision, anything you need to write down, put into your books. And also you can just email me any of these bits you don't understand. Okay, so the last bit that you need to know from algebra is substitution. Okay, so if you've got this expression here and you're told a is 2 and b is minus 3, let's put those into here. So you've got 4 times 2 minus 3. You've got 8 minus 3, which is 5. 8 minus 3, which is 5. Okay, what about this one? 3p squared when p is 2? So that's 3 times 2 squared, which is 3 times 4. I'm going to work out 2 squared first, which is 12. Remember BIDMAS? Remember, indices is more powerful than multiplication. Okay, and this one, look at the difference between these two. I've now got brackets. So I'm now going to work out the brackets first and then square. So 3 times 2 is 6 and then square. Notice the difference between these two. Really key to write these two down in your books. Okay, 2x squared. And x is minus 3. So 2 times minus 3 squared is the same as 2 times minus 3 times minus 3. Think about that. Minus 3 times minus 3 is plus 9. So 18. Have a go at this one on your own. E. Really hard. Okay, so you're going to do the brackets first. 2 times minus 3. Then you're squaring. 2 times minus 3, negative 6. Square. Negative 6 times negative 6 will be plus 36. Minus times a minus is a plus. Really hard. If you get that one right, you're doing superb. Okay, so I've got a learning check for you to hand to me. I'm going to mark all of that when you give it to me, guys. Okay, just make sure you can see all of that. So those are your questions. I think I'm just going to actually just do those ones there. Okay, that'll be fine. Okay, so those questions send to me. They're all coming up on your test on Thursday. I'll get it marked before Thursday and give you answers. I'll probably give the answers out on Wednesday. I don't have a lesson on Wednesday, but I can give you the answers out. And I might do an extra video for Wednesday's extra revision. Okay, take care. Have a good day.